Our guest of honor, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Koong is the managing partner of Rienda LLKG International PLT and Treasurer General of the Associated Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry of Malaysia, where he also chairs the SMEs Committee. He served on the board of the Credit Counseling and Debt Management Agency under Bank Negara Malaysia, and on the Sales and Service Tax Technical Committee at the Royal Malaysian Customs Department. Regionally, he is president for Southeast Asia and South Asia of the Rienda International Network and chairs its International Tax Panel. Datuk Koong is a longtime friend and frequent speaker at UTAR, contributing to the university's thought leadership. His engagements include a guest lecture on Malaysia's Economy Outlook 2025 at Kampar campus, an AI training program for professionals, a COVID-19 business survival webinar, and talks on SMEs, entrepreneurship, and industrial policy at Sungai Long campus. He hosts fellowships with Certified Practicing Accountant CPA Australia, the Chartered Tax Institute of Malaysia, Chartered Institute of Management Accountants CIMA UK, and Asian CPA, and is a member of the Malaysian Institute of Accountants and the Malaysian Institute of Certified Public Accountants. His service earned him the Justice of Peace and Darjah Pangguan Seri Melaka Awards by Yang di-Pertua Negeri Melaka, and recognitions from Asia Weekly as a World Outstanding Young Leader and Global Distinguished Chinese Organization Leader. Ladies and gentlemen, UTAR takes great pleasure in inviting our guest of honor, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Koong Lin Long, Managing Partner of Rienda LLKG International PLT and Treasurer General of the Associated Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry of Malaysia, to deliver the convocation address.
Thank you, our MC, Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Datuk Dr. Sak Ching Lam, Board of Trustee Chairman, UTAR Education Foundations. Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Datuk Sri Dr. Ting Chiu Pei, UTAR Council Chairman and Board of Trustee Member. Yang Berbahagia Engineer Professor Datuk Dr. Yu Hong Tat, UTAR President. Honorable Member of UTAR Education Foundation Board of Trustee, distinguished guest member of UTAR Council, Vice Chancellor, Presidents, and Rector of institutions of higher learning, and their representative. Tan Sri, Puan Sri, Datuk, Tatin, graduates, parents, members of the media, faculty and staff, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's very wonderful to see all of you in this wonderful hall this morning. First and foremost, I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to the graduates gathered here in this wonderful hall this morning. I took a walk and this hall, I feel that it's a wonderful. Don't you feel that? Please applaud and clap your hand that you are here. It is my great pleasure to stand before you at these momentous occasions as we celebrate the August, also the Merdeka Month 2025 convocations of UTAR. The joyous milestone is not only the proud achievement for your graduates and also a cherished moment for the family members who have taken time off their busy schedule to share the joy with you and at this special day. Actually, just now, when Professor Datuk, you asked you to stand up and bow to your loved one and the family, I feel that it's a very touching moment. It's a tears in my eye to see you have this move and actions. Continue to have this move to respect your loved one and the parents who grow you up all this while. Ladies and gentlemen, the convocations is a joyous celebration for all the hard work and perseverance that you, the graduates, the pour to your growth at this campus. Perhaps I think you have a lot of tears as well, and a laugh and smile at this wonderful campus. More than that, this celebration also signifies the closing and the beginning of your life chapter. I'm sure that the graduates understand by now there's nothing is perfect in your life, as you may have most likely encountered the fair share of failure and successes in your life story. As I mentioned, in this campus, definitely your failure and your success. But today, you are here, signify your success in your life. So this is your life story you are going to tell all the while in your working life, in your parents' life, in your own life, one day to come. Bear in mind that the long and perhaps meandering path still lies ahead, and you will without doubt face a mountain of them in the future. That is just a checkpoint in your own path of greatness. That's why graduate over here, that means you are graduating over here, it is the beginning of another chapter of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in an era marked by breathing changes. Technology reshaping our world at an unprecedented rate, especially the AI, artificial intelligence. Just now I listened to Professor Yu, the speech. I feel they have done a wonderful job in your robot, corp, all those things, automation, digital transformation, innovations, especially the EV car. I'm sure a lot of you driving EV car today. That's never have happened 20 years ago. And then the robot. And then how many of you using waste to come here? That is the reshaping of every industry, especially at the healthcare and the finance and education, to all the creative industry. Ladies and gentlemen, to remain competitive after you graduate from here with the rapid changes, we must create a right attitude and positive attitude, and then good behavior and a commitment in your work one day, especially in the society, in the company that you are going to work with. So I always mention it is the right attitude, good behavior, and a commitment. It is a ABC, not I patu jampo lah. Right attitude, good behavior, and a commitment. Let me share you a story of this. I remember in the year when I began my firm, there's a Taiwanese client, Zhang Dong, Mr. Zhang. He came to Malaysia. He told me that, I have a problem, Mr. Koong. He said, I have a problem in my company. I said, no problem. Let me go to your office. Then he asked me, do you know where's my office? I know, in Taipei. I will fly over. So next week, after 1 week, I flew over to Taipei. So he received me with a grand reception, and then we had a dinner in the restaurant. So the dinner started about 6 something when my flight arrived at about 4 something. Then at 9 o'clock, you know what he told me? He told me, Mr. Koong, I have to leave for the airport now. I said, Zhang Dong, Mr. Zhang, where are you going? He said, I'm going to France to catch a flight. I have an important meeting. My God, I say, you just, without telling me and receive me in a grand way, then now you're rushing to France for a meeting. 15 hours flight from Taipei, you know. But what happened if you are Malaysians? I feel that Malaysians say, I'm not free to receive you because I got something to do, you know. So I feel that this Mr. Zhang taught me a lot then. He has the right attitude, wonderful commitment to his business. That is what I want to pass the message to you as a graduate. Ladies and gentlemen, as a professional accountant, we are constantly dealing with accounts. all the figures. But how should we arrange our own life account? This is very important. We are our life revenue, expenses, assets and liabilities. We must conscious of what is important to us, and we should try to achieve the balance. I still remember I was invited many years ago to the University of Malaya, MU, a camp, holiday camp, something like this, about 2,000 of them, holiday camp. They asked me to speak what to do in their life after graduate. So I took 2 hours to tell them this square: revenue, expenses, asset, and liability. Ladies and gentlemen, especially the graduates, I think your knowledge to increase the revenue in the day to come and multiplying your asset is very important in your life. Your ability to learn in this UTAR, your knowledge is to divide, not reduce, to divide any kind of the liability, especially to help your family, to help those who need it, and then to help the parents to do so. And then maximize the value of your spending. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 4 square. If you read from Chinese, I always say 田字, revenue, expenses, asset, liability in your life. Ladies and gentlemen, the world no longer rewards those who rest at their laurels, but rather those who pursue lifelong learning. Let curiosity be your compass. Seek a new knowledge, adapt a fresh challenges, and find ways to add value, not just as an employee to the company, not just the colleague of the partners of the company. Adapt to the fresh challenges, and then you must be innovations and being useful to others. So take me as an example. I always mention this one. You must be useful to others. In Chinese, we say, 一定要被人利用，你才有利用的价值啊。Don't you think so? You learn the knowledge, you must use by others. If others don't use me, that means I have nothing to be used by you. That means the knowledge from UTAR, for instance, just now the wonderful MC have a kind introduction of me. They say SME. I dealt with SME for the last 25 years. Now as a SME Corp director, when I resigned from that, now as a Bank Negara AKPK board member, I always helping the SME. You see, the SME, they must add value to themselves, especially your brand names. If you go and check the ChatGPT, whether your name is there. If you go and check your DeepSeek, whether your name is there. Last and not least, you check Google, whether your name is there. If you check today, the name is not there, then you have to work hard. Work hard towards that. Make sure ChatGPT appear your name. So now you do ChatGPT, see my name whether appear or not. If my name appear, that means it's useful to others. I hope you as a graduate, you must be useful to others. So everybody will use you, then there's a proud of the UTAR. You graduate from this wonderful hall. Myself as a professional, yes, you will shape the futures and the industry. But as a citizen, especially at this Merdeka month, you have the power and the duty to contribute to your society and the country. Let your knowledge and the experience that you learn from here do not stop here. Become a beacon of others, not beacon, spelled correctly, a beacon for others. Use your skill and uplift those around you, and a mentor to the curious. Support the vulnerable, support the ones who need, support the ones who really need your help, and then use your skill to uplift those around you. This is the most crucial after you acquire the knowledge from UTAR. True success is not measured solely by a personal gain, but by the impact that you make the life to others. That is, I mentioned the ABC, the commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, congratulations on reaching another significant milestone in your life. Embrace the changes that I mentioned just now that await, not with apprehensions, but with excitement and courage. Make you strive. You must strive always to add value to yourself, to add value to the company, to add value to the society, especially, most importantly, to add value to your family. So not just your work, but to the world. The journey ahead is yours to shape and to make it a meaningful and a memorable one. Look at this book. I like this book. I would like to share before I end my speech. Tom Shakespeare came to my office in the year 2011. Wonderful. He gave me this book, Choose to Change. So he mentions in this book, to be and not to be is a question. To be and want to be is the answer. So in Chinese we say, 知而不行，是为不知；行而不知，可以知之。This is very important. So remember, to be and want to be is the answer in your life. So thanks a lot. Thank you for your attentions. Now is the August month. Selamat menyambut Hari Kemerdekaan yang ke-68. Terima kasih. 谢谢。